Hi folks, well I've done 4 or 5 demos on, let's just straighten this up a little bit, on cheap, or this is not cheap paper, it's stuck. It's a £140 weight, and the other ones, sorry about this, climb up the paper. I painted on unprimed paper, which is fine. It just takes longer to soak in dry. So I've given this a reasonable coat of, one coat of PVA glue, slightly diluted, to see the difference. So this is more or less impervious now, it's waterproof with that coating. And we'll see how we get on. Now I love meadows and stuff like that, and grasses, anything with texture, creating texture. Creating texture with cheap bristle brushes by pushing. So I'll do a bit of a Norfolk type of scene, Norfolk Broads. From memory, I've visited the Broads for 1 week's holiday. Been to North Norfolk, which is north of the Broads. The Broads being the lakes in the, because it's all very low lying, the freshwater lakes, and it's a very beautiful area. It'll be swarming with people at the moment because a lot of people are staying home now for their holidays, and all the hotels and bed and breakfast put their prices up to try to recoup some of their losses. Don't blame them. Let's see if I can just. I want you to see the palette. I've got some vet gel down here, but I think I'll put some in a pot. It didn't really work. I've got my palette slightly tilted so I can actually reach it. To try my best to let you see what I do. I'm just going to open the window because it's a beautiful day in London, but a bit overcast with some cloud, but we can't moan. Right, bear with me. You might hear some people cutting the grass on this lovely warm morning. Okay, so meadow. So let's just put in a. Will that take a pen? Yeah. No, we'll have a. Let's put a bit of a cottage in here. We'll see how we go with that. Right, okay, it's just a very, very simple, quick sketch. Drink my tea. I haven't cleaned the water from yesterday. Whoops, so I'm just going to move it to there. Right, okay, let's start with some nice bushes, nice trees on the horizon. Then we can paint down to them, and because this dries quite quickly, we can crack on with it. So let's get the red. I've added some cadmium yellow pale because this deep yellow is just a bit too deep for my liking. So let's. See, it doesn't soak in, so don't get that impasto to start. But once it starts to dry, it will. Bit of blue in there. the meadow sort of here. Like we can refine all this when that's dried, and we can something to paint over. The paint is quite sloppy because it's been in my stay wet palette overnight. It's the Masterson stay wet palette. Let's paint a bit of that house. Want some dark, so black and or blue and red, bit of yellow. Okay, clean the brush. I think my focus is okay. It's not an auto focus. It's set on 0. That seems to be the best setting for it. Okay, let's start to put in some texture now along here. We might be going downhill a bit, so I'll have to change that. You want dark on the horizon if you're going to do marsh grass. You need something to counter change with. So a bit of paint away. So with acrylic, you can change very easily, very quickly. Right. Okay, so we'll start the texture with this little brush here. Bit of I haven't got any burnt sienna, and I don't like the acrylic burnt sienna anyway. So we'll put the grasses in. And over here. I'll put some Viridian bit of ochre. A bit of cerulean, that seems to go well with Viridian. Okay, we need some darker greens. It's all coming up here. Right, just slowly build it up. Could put a lot of variety in this grassy area, but a viridian is a very good short cut, and it mixes very well with the with the red to give a warm dark. If we've got texture over all this, the lights and the darks and some wild flowers, it all suggests, well, hopefully, it all suggests meadow. So there's no dark to show light. Okay, coming up. Change the other side here. You see the difference? It's just not soaking in to the paper for a few minutes. I can make green by just mixing the cadmium pale with the viridian, not viridian, with the Payne's grey. Okay, then we'll put that in the drink. Have a drink. I think, on balance at the moment, I prefer to paint on unprimed surface because the paint itself becomes a primer. We'll add a bit of water now, so we've got a bit of a cottage coming down here, and we've got a bit of dark behind. We'll just put some. I haven't yet sorted out what I'm going to do in the sky, but we just put this in. I'll refine all this afterwards when we've actually got some painting done. But the great technique with oil paints, where you can have the dark colour here, and while it's wet, you can drag it down to the water, give that reflection impression. I don't think it's going to work in this. It does seem a waste of time painting and then painting over what you've done, but bit by bit you build up a surface. Oh, I'm getting cramped now. I'll get some burnt umber. I've got plenty of burnt umber. I bought a couple of tubes from Wilkinson's a week or two ago. Let's just bump some in. And you can also change the colours of your background, but we can't really do that yet because it's not quite Well, that's dry, but that's not dry there. So let's do that then. Good brush. When you're using your acrylic coated brushes, keep them in the water. Otherwise, the paint will dry and you've lost your brush, and there's no comeback. And that, right, okay, let's put a bit of sky in. Now we have a sky brush. Let's use I'll use that one. Bit of oil, bit of vet gel, which is my cheap cheapo extender. Just want to get paint on, just cover it. There's a lot of difference painting on primed paper and unprimed. Now you can use cerulean going down. Right, that's a very good colour for cool colours in the sky. Look at that. I think I do prefer the unprimed paper. Takes a lot more work to get it to soaking you, and you build up a surface. This, we've got the surface to start with. Now it's a bit of so that yellow ochre is just a bit too dark for that sky, so I'll just moderate it. Yeah. Similar to the sky I did yesterday. It's the sort of sky that I'm looking at outside my window. Right, now don't push it up. When it's tacky, don't paint on it into it, because it'll just lift the paint underneath. We'll go back on those trees. Let's just clean this brush. Yeah. Don't refine your skies to perfection, or what I consider to be perfection. I tried to work over all the painting at this time. What you can do, when you're priming with PVA glue, you can mix some plaster into it to give it some sort of gesso feel. All right, okay, here we go. That's yellow, red, blue, or blue. Oh, when this dries, we can put some yellows in. You want dark underneath, and then your lights will show. Try and get some air. Then put the yellows in. Is that drying yet? I'll sort this house out in a minute. A bit of red in there. Just mixing red in with that red now, with the cad red. So without getting our darks in, right, let's have a go at that little house now. Look at my, oh, I keep forgetting to drink my tea. Right, there's a little brush. We'll put that dips into the Payne's grey. We'll have a warmish grey for around here. I only do simple houses. Oh, now that's a chimney stack. Don't worry about it, folks. It won't stay like that. We're going to put a bit of highlight. Ah, damn it. Keep hitting the paint's grey. Well, I've sort of squeezed into 2/3 of the palette, but you can't see the rest. I just can't show it all. I'll do my best. And white. Right. Now, in truth, the chimney stack would actually come into the roof. Got a shadow under there. And chimney's pretty big, isn't it? For the building. So don't know, I might change it. Now, so my best dark, I think, is the red and the viridian. We just made the chimney stack smaller. Okay, well that will sort of do. Well, I don't know what I'll do. Bring that over there a bit. Made it a little bit bigger. Alright, put a bit of dark around here. Bit of shadow. Alright, let's go to a bit of a texture. We've got up the hill a bit too too far. I've got an idea. It's got a bit stiff with a bit of uncleaned acrylic. Right, let's change the brush now. So we want that dark. Right, let's start getting some yellows in. Now, so let's have the light come. We'll have the light coming that way. So we'll. I won't be doing any more on primed paper. I'll tell you that. Well, we're coming on, but we've got nowhere near enough light in them. Well, I'll put some light back in there. And also I'll put some trunks and things in because they really do open the trees up. Plus I like that shape very much. Well, it's pretty obvious I like doing trees. Okay, we'll leave that for a minute. It's going to be brightened up. We've got to put some air holes back in that, but I can't do that yet until it's dryish. So let's put that in there. And we'll get our when you leave your brushes in soak, the ferrules here, there's a gap between the handle and the bristles stuck in. That fills with water, so make sure you shake it out. Otherwise you'll be painting away and all of a sudden you'll have water running down your page. Right, now we want this. Ah, okay. Let's just drag some of that over there. One good thing about this paper though, prime, it stayed fairly flat. So we've got a ochre sky, notice. let's get a bit of have use of that blue. I think I need to lighten all those trees, or the tops anyway, so right, let's see if we get some light back in. Right, we'll get some of that yellow ochre, touch of yellow ochre. Got misty effects on that. Right, we'll let that go for it. Let's go back into the texturing. Viridian and yellow ochre is a really good mix. Bit of ultramarine with that burnt umber, bit of white. Right, there's some dark greens now. Ooh. See, I've got water dripping out of the ferrule now. I haven't told you about it. Ah, gosh. Don't think much of the water yet. Getting there slowly. Some better green for the video, for the reeds. Right, I think I can do something with that water. I mean, these trees. I'll use my rigger. I will get some lightish ochre colour. it sort of opens the whole thing up. But getting paint off the end of this brush is a bit of a challenge. Nearly there. Oh. My daughter's coming over with 8 or 9 sheets of MDF. And I can go back on using that. You don't need to make portraits of this. Oh. Well, I think not bad for a demo. Let's get this old brush here, well not old, worn out brush. Shake the water out. I want to put some of this cow parsley. Put some wildflowers. Let's have a poppies for you, Sharon. Right, folks, I'll put it in about. I can't do any more to that. Gosh, I've been on it for an hour and a half, I think. No, perhaps that's why as well. The cheese got cold, that's for sure. Oh, that's going to move me the camera around. Oh, God. Sorry about the clothes horse in the way. That's too light, isn't it? Oh, too loose. Alright, well, I hope you like that, folks. It was it's a debris of struggle, really. But as you can see, I'm not really used to painting acrylics. I haven't done it for a long time, but I think that the effect is a lot better on the unprimed paper. This is the one I did yesterday. Look, it doesn't fill up the holes, the tooth in the paper, and some of the ground shows through. This one's had a coat of PVA glue as a varnish. And it's a very good varnish, PVA glue. Only on acrylic though, it's no good on oil. So I hope you like that one. Thanks for looking in. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Maybe it's a bit better. Anyway, bye bye.